Welcome back to Jessica's Craft Time. My name's Jessica and today we are going to be sealing some diamond paintings and a few other bits and not diamond paintings, diamond crafts, I guess, diamond dot crafts, and a couple of other things. I've been waiting until I've got a few things together so I can crack out what I use all in one, and this is what I use. I'll put the name of it in the comments. Sorry, I don't want to tip it up because it just took me a really long time to get the lid off. It's been a while. So I'm just going to give it a really good stir. And this is more like a varnish. If you're in Australia, I got it from Bunnings. And the reason why I'm sealing these is because these are items that... It's got a big lump in it. I need to give it a really good stir. These are items that get used, and the tissue box that we're going to do, it's sticky on the back. Like, you've got stickiness on it. So as soon as you start pulling tissues out of it, it's going to start getting tissue dust in all the sticky. So I'm going to seal that. So I'm just giving it a really good stir because I haven't used this one for ages. I'm just going to actually give it a wipe around the top because I reckon some of that's getting into the varnish. It was definitely sealed well. Took me a long time to get it open. You know, possibly would have worked better if I had the right tools. So I don't seal. I'm just going to clean my brush off a bit because I really don't want that much on my brush. I don't normally seal diamond paintings. I generally only seal things that are going to be used. So all I do is get some on my brush. Now I want to make sure I'm getting in this one. I'm going to do the whole top so you can, so it looks the same all over. So things that are going to get used, I tend to seal them, and that's just because it's going to hold the drills on there a bit better. You want to make sure you get right down in next to all the drills. This one's actually, this is a glasses case, but this one is actually held up really well. I've already used it a few times and I haven't lost anything off it that I can see. I actually use it as, I'll pop it open, my little travel kit. So I've used it when I've gone away and just put, you know, a few basics in there. Now that that's all covered, what this will do too when you're doing something like a special drill is it will seal all that stickiness that you get from where the drills are not covered. And then what I do, I've just got a baby wipe. I'm just going to run lightly over the top because I want that like varnish in next to the drills, but I don't want it on the top of my drills because that will dull some of the sparkle. So we'll put that aside to dry. This is another thing that I always do is your bookmarks. And with this one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do it over the whole bookmark. Because if I think I try and keep it just to the hearts, I'll probably end up going outside them and you'll be able to see where I've varnished. Where if I just do the whole lot, you're not going to be able to tell as much. But you really want to get in around all your drills. Now this is a water-based varnish as well, so it's easy for cleanup. Oh look, there's an extra drill in there. Come on, out you come. This is where you also notice missing drills and extra drills. Come on, I don't really want you in there. Now you're going to be stuck to my finger. And you do want to make sure it's dry before you start using it as well. So I'll actually let these sit for a couple of days just to make sure. You probably don't need to wait that long, but I'll just let these sit and make sure they're 100% dry before I try to use them. So just make sure you go over it all. And then I'll just grab my baby wipe again. And I'll just run over the top of the drills. And you can already see there, hopefully you can see in the camera, that sparkle comes back to the drills, because I really don't want it on the top. I'm missing a pink there. Oh, well. I just want it to sparkle. But you've still got the varnish in there that will hold it all together. Now, this is a big one that I wanted to do. This is a tissue box. So this wasn't, the quality on it wasn't great. It's sort of double-sided tape just thrown on an image. It's very sticky, especially along the corners. There was no movement in the drills at all, so once they were down you had to kind of pick them off if you wanted them to come off, but they've also been popping off as well. So this one I'm going to do one coat on today, but I'll see how it goes once it dries, because I do actually want to use this. If I'm finding that the drills are still moving a little bit, I will give this one a second go, because I really don't want them to move. And it was very sticky all over, you know, trying to work on it in the corners. And like I said, they have been popping off. Like I'd finish a side and then I'm like, where'd that drill come from? Oh, hang on, let's flip it round and see. So I think this one is also smaller than a standard tissue box that we get here. So what I'm going to have to do is open the tissue box and take the tissues out, and then just pop the tissues inside this box. So now that I've got that covered, I'm just going to, especially the eyes, I don't want the eyes. So it's going to look milky in the background because that varnish is wet. Let's see how much it drips. I've got some plastic shot glasses here that I'm going to sit it up on just in case it happens to drip, because I am putting quite a lot on it. So things that I've sealed are, I don't know if you've seen the boxes that you can do, like the fabric boxes that have the diamond painting on the front, and they're actually storage boxes. I've sealed those because they're storage boxes. They get touched and moved. Bookmarks, key rings, that kind of thing. Basically any of the crafty stuff that are going to get some sort of use. If it's just hanging on the wall, I'm not going to seal it. In saying that, I do have a couple of kits that weren't. I'm going to just grab these shot glasses and see if I can lean it on there. I have a couple of canvases that I block mounted, and I haven't, the canvases themselves were not the best quality, and I've noticed that because they're not just hung straight on the wall, they're actually just sitting up against a wall in our garage. Because I block mounted them and it was the first time I did it, I have cut the mounting too small, so it's put pressure on the drills on the edge. So next time I'll do it, I'll cut it a bit bigger. And it's put quite a lot of pressure on them and they seem to be popping. So I probably have been putting off fixing that because I really need to do it outside, I think, because they're quite big, or I'll have to do one at a time and let it dry. There's one missing there. Did I have a drill around here? Oh well. So they're quite big and I'm going to have to dig through. They should still have their keys on the side. Excuse me. They will be on the back of the block mounting, but I'm going to have to work out what drills are missing. So yeah, I've got to try and block mount again, but I'm going to have a play first and see how I go cutting it slightly bigger. There's another one missing there. I'm pretty sure I've already stored these drills, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so we've done that. Just going to rub over the top. I've just pulled one off. Where's that come from? There. Oh, it's gone upside down. So yeah, I have done this quite heavy varnish because I know that these are popping, so I'm hoping it'll just seal around the bottom. Come on, off my finger. It's stuck on my finger. I want you to just go in that little hole there. You can sit in there upside down then. So you will lose a little bit of the sparkle, but the fact that I want to use this as an actual item, I can deal with that. I'm trying to make sure when I do the top, I'll really get in on the edges because it's even sticking to my hand now as I'm holding it. Damn it, I didn't want to drop that brush in. I'm just going to pull the bottom out because I don't want to seal that in, and if I get extra varnish over the bottom I can always sand it back later. There is different products you can seal with. I've just found this is, I don't know, this is the one that I like. It's a little bit more expensive, but you get your money's worth. I've done quite a few projects. I've done a whole heap of key rings, quite a few projects where I've used the same jar of it. Well, that's not going to work because then I can't put it up on my boxes. See, it is dripping. That's what I was afraid of because I put so much on it. Okay, let's do the top and then we'll check the sides. We'll let it drip. See, here was all sticky, and you know when you pull tissues you get that like fluff. That's what I'm trying to avoid, sticking to it. There's another one that's jumped off there. So we're just gonna, I don't want to rub it too much that I'm getting bubbles in it either, but I do want to coat it well. I keep spotting ones all over that I've either missed or have fallen off since I've done it. Can't even remember where I got this tissue box from. I have a feeling it was something like AliExpress. Okay, it's quite a lot on there. Alright, Yeah, this is what I thought would happen. See, I've put so much on it's dripping. So I'm going to have to come and check this. I probably should have done one side at a time instead of letting it drip. Okay. Hopefully that's dripped as much as it's going to. All right, now I've got to balance it on some plastic here, especially because it's dripping. The last thing that I was going to show you that I was going to give a shot at was my paint pour. So I did these a while ago and I want to varnish it and see how it goes once it's varnished. I might lift it up because I'm just worried that if it was hanging on the wall, I want to kind of use it. I want to use it to, I don't know, do something. I don't think this is food grade varnish, but you know, use it to put something on. So I thought I'd try giving it a varnish and see what happens. This one I might actually do a couple of coats on. We'll see how it comes out after the first coat. Okay, let's see if I can. Probably needed a much wider brush for this, but we're going to make do. Oh, that looks nice and shiny. I'm hoping the varnish will just settle a little bit and I won't get so much brush strokes through it. I think I need to stop playing. And then we've got one other one. So Mark and I had a play the other day. He wanted to do some paint pour. So he made something for his papa and he made something for himself. And Mummy made this one. So I want to eventually do like a set of 6 of these round ones. We might use them as like coasters. So a big drink if you're drinking it for a coaster. More like a placemat. So that's why I want to varnish it, just to protect the paint a little bit. And then I should be able to wipe it clean. So not something that I want to put food on, but pretty cool. Hopefully we're not going to get too many brush strokes. I feel like the varnish is almost coming off it, or it's drying already. So we'll see how that turns out. We might do some more on it, but that was my other disc. So there you go. That's 5 items done. Make sure you seal your painting well. This I can't bring it back over because it's not going to fit. This tissue box I'm going to just have to keep checking because it is dropping varnish, but that's okay. That's okay. I probably should have been a little bit more patient and done, let's see if it'll slide over. I probably should have been a little bit more patient and just done one side at a time and let it sit flat, but I'm impatient. I got everything out. I was ready to go, so we were going. So I'll just keep coming back and checking that, making sure I get any of that excess varnish off the bottom of it, especially the end that it's got to slip into. Try not to glue it to my shot glasses. The top looks fine, it's just these edges, so I'll just come back and just run my wipe across it, the base. But you learn from your mistakes. Don't be impatient. Probably because I've had everything sitting here for so long. I'm like, I just want to do them all today. Let's just get them all done. So I'll keep checking that. But I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you all in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.